You guys don't want to hear me rant. You want to see a prediction so you can bet fake internet points and become a fake internet point millionaire. And then one day when I decide, hey, how about I tie doing like 1,000 points per push-up? And then you want to be that millionaire that still has to make me do 1,000 push-ups that day. That's what you want to do in life. I know. I know. Oh my god. I'm going to regret this, but I am feeling like such a piece of shit and I haven't eaten all day. I'm going to take Advil that expired back in 2017. I'm sure I'll be fine. Actually, where is the expiration date? Oh, there it is. Expires 7/17. Yeah, I'm sure that's not an issue. They probably mean the 17th of the 7th month, right? Oh. Ah. Oh, they made nukes. Okay. Okay, so they turned the industrial complex into a nuclear missile launcher. And they're destroying Scud sites. I like it. Who made this? Banks. Good on you, buddy. With some custom sound design, too. Dude. Banks, this is probably one of the most efforted ops I've seen you put down, dude. Good job. I love the small detail. And the sound play. This is why I want to get back into something called Project Tension, which we used to do at 8 o'clock on Saturdays. I just have not had the time to do it because of various things that have come up. And this weekend especially, because now I have a commission thing at 8. Fly. But the sound design in Arma is so fucking important. This is why I think Krosk is such a goddamn genius when he makes this stuff. But, wow. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna stop fanboying over shit like that. Anyway, briefing for this mission is as follows. Background, May 2031, after successfully repelling a Russian Union attack on a train yard in Roche, NATO has paradropped German troops Blue 4 back into Finland, which is under enemy control. Their objective, to destroy 2 mobile Scud launchers and a missile command module at the industrial area repurposed by the Russians into a missile base that is carrying out regular strikes on military targets throughout Western Europe. That's so cool. In their way stand Russian Union Cossack fighters, who must defend their base and continue raining ordnance on NATO targets. Mission rules. The radar complex building next to the large white dome is Op4 safe zone, in Op4 safe zone has had its roof access blocked off. Do not attempt to get to the roof by any means. Which is either this building... Let me look. It's not that building... I actually don't know, because it would be by this thing, right? So, regardless, one of these buildings had their roof access revoked, which makes sense, because, you know, stuff like that can be camped. Either way... Cool! And they've got, like, a little bit of an internal bunker complex area right here, which, again, cool! Really, really cool. I love to see it. Anyway, game mode is destroy. So there's a laptop that needs to be destroyed and 2 Scud missile launchers. The Scuds can probably be sniped by AT from range. This is going to be weird, though, because they're going to have to rely on explosive specialists, because Blue 4 apparently doesn't have any RPGs to snipe things because they removed them. So, interesting. Very interesting. Max view distance is 900 meters. Defender build points is 155. Stay off yelling normal and safe start. I may only speak English whilst in spectator chat. Gotcha. So Fred also giving an admin note. That's because there's a few OFCRA communities here which are multilingual. So that's probably why for the latter message, but the top message, that makes sense. Medium anti-tank, both sides. Now that there's only 1 medium anti-tank gunner per side, have 2 AT rounds. So I'm pretty sure it said Blue 4 didn't have any AT, but I could be wrong. Blue 4's uniform is going to be the German Bundeswehr kits. I always butcher that word. You got your platoon lead, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman assistant. Auto Rifleman Assistant, Grenadier, Grenadier IR, Grenadier IRs have Hunt-IR grenades, which are 40mm cameras. You fire into the air, parachute down, gives you a nice bird's eye view of the AO. You got Machine Gunner Assistant, which of course has an MG3. Combat Engineer, which has the choice of the following 4 items: 4 tripwire mines, which are 2 HE and 2 flare, 3 AT mines, 2 explosive satchels, or 4 explosive charges. The satchels and charges can also be turned into throwables. Your light anti-tank, medium anti-tank, 1 assistant, anti-tank 2 and assistant, which I guess this is going to be scrubbed out similar to how RI, RIS, and Sniper are, which I don't know why there's a random space. I finally, whatever. Designated Marksman is probably going to be a 416 guy. But yeah, RI, RIS, and SMP don't matter anymore because there is no sniper group anymore. I don't see an X-ray. Otherwise, crew lead, crewmen, pilots, medics, and your base kit. Loadouts for these guys are going to be G36Ks. They get the FN Mini-Me for the light machine gunners, MG3s for the machine gunners. Light anti-tank's going to be an M136, and then crew and aviation get a choice between an MP7 and an HK. Looking on the map here, over at these guys starting a ways away back here, so they're going to have to use their vehicles to come up, but otherwise, we have... for assets, 6 transport Land Rovers, an LAV-25, so it's not the C model, it's not the command version, it actually has the field gun. So I'm going to tell you right now, that 25mm cannon is going to be replaced. It's not going to be a 25mm cannon, it's probably going to be a 50 cal, and then they're going to keep the M240 Golf, because FNF does not do auto cannons, they do not do HE rounds, they do not do grenade machine guns. So there's that, and also I think FNF is also scrubbing out a lot more of their GLs, only... there's only 1 GL per squad or something, but I digress. They also have 2 50 cal Land Rovers, which have green smoke coming out of them.
It's more fun, you know, when you get hit from a bolter. Like
interesting. I guess just mark the vehicles or something. But otherwise, looking at our players here, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Pierce commanding. Blue 4, Malin is his 2IC, Mackenzie is the medic, and Anderson is also in a command role, I guess as a 3IC. Interesting. Depso is going to be leading Alpha 1. Tymek going to be the 2IC for the squad, I guess. Fred, and because this is a brand new roster, and I saw the image here. Actually, let me pull up how it works, because I know Malin sent it to me. So just give me a moment. So here's how it works now. Command has... an executive officer and a sergeant with Hunt-IR rounds and a medic. So I don't know why there's a 4th commander here. Squads have a platoon leader. Oh. Interesting. So you have a company command team and then a platoon leader. So I think Anderson is a platoon leader that's just bundled up in the command squad. So you have your platoon leader... and then the squads have a sergeant, a marksman, and a medic in them. So every squad for Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie get... interesting. Get a marksman per the quote-unquote platoon. But based off of this, though, Depso would be the platoon leader, and Tymek is the sergeant. And then you have Fred as the marksman, and then Arakiru as the medic. And then Alpha 1 is led by its own squad leader, and they have a... automatic rifleman, an assistant, light anti-tank, grenadier, combat engineer, and an ammo bearer. And then the second squad has another AR, LAT, grenadier, combat engineer, and ammo bearer as well. And then you have Hotel and Golf Forces, which Hotel is the pilots, Golf are the vehicle crews. And then Echo is a dedicated medium anti-tank guy with 2 assistants for additional ammo. And then Delta is a weapons team, which has the 2 machine guns. Still does not answer why there is a 3rd officer unit here when there's only the executive officer, sergeant, medic. So, I don't know. That's weird. Either way, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, now their own squads with marksmen, and then Delta is the machine gun team, and then Echo would be your medium anti-tank. So, that is quite interesting. I'm going to check AT here. Yeah, so there's Delta, and you see them with the machine guns. So, this is kind of how FNF used to be run, like... 2 or 3 years ago before they had a massive roster change. So that is interesting to see. Otherwise, Depso commanding Alpha, Tymek as his 2IC, Fred as the marksman, Arakiru as the medic for the group. And it looks like they only have 1 medic per squad now in that command team, so that's funny. Alpha 1 has Skeeta, Camred, Gogu, Crazy, and Solomons. Alpha 2 is led by Ash with Banks, Tackleberry, Arcor, Wallace, Wheaton, and Gazag. Steve leading Bravo HQ, Iander being the medic. Kabubi probably being the 2 IC of the squad, and Flying Finn being the marksman. Valtarian leading Bravo 1 with Zombie Forever, Rufy, Daedalor, and Zali. Naf's leading Bravo 2 with Nemesis, Parrot, and Cats, Keziul, and Dobbs. Charlie being led by Norris, Bates being the marksman. Kevin leading Charlie 1 with Revolk, Snufferino, Vagrant, and Ripebeer. And then Delta we're skipping down. There's no Charlie 2, which is your weapon squad. Newton leading, Khalil's the 2 IC, Jabby as the medic. Heartseer leading Delta 2. Looks like they merge everyone together. And then you just have the machine gunners. There's 4 machine gunners. Holy shit. 4 machine gunners, and then just assistants, I would assume. Gamma 1, which is going to be the LAV, is going to be Oddball and Jack, and then Alipoos is the team leader for Delta 1, which means Heartseer team leader for Delta 2, so he's probably going to merge into that and keep that group solid. Interesting. I'm going to be honest, I kind of like the roster change. Because now it's making all the groups more uniformed into rifle squads and then your weapons team. And then you have an extra element which can be independent of itself as medium anti-tank. However, when they did stuff like that in the past with like X-Ray, it was hard to use X-Ray because it had suppressed shooters, but then it also had a sniper. So I don't think they'll fall into that same trap, though. They'll use medium anti-tank as its own element, but we'll just have to see how the player base uses it. Because X-Ray was counterproductive because it had 2 guys to get CQC and then 2 guys to do things from range. But medium anti-tank on its own, you know, like give it a javelin or something, that would be a really powerful asset on the field to utilize. Or its own AA team to then lock down a certain area in its own element, and then it has 2 assistants to have more ammo for whatever weapon system it is. So I think that'd be really cool. Plus, having Iander as the AT gunner and then giving him 2 assistants, I think would be dope. So we'll see how that goes. But there is a funny video on Iander's channel regarding the roster change. But in that video, it makes it seem like medium anti-tank slots are being removed permanently, which they're not. They're just being moved to something else. But I digress. Let's get back to the covering of the event here. So Op 4's forces are going to be as follows. The Hosiak Special Forces Spectre Camouflage Kits already did a breakdown of everything. Their marksmen are going to be SVDs. Loadouts are going to be AK-74s or AKSs, depending on their choice. Handguns are going to be MP443s. Light machine gunners are going to get RPKs. Medium machine gunners are going to get PKPs. Light anti-tank is going to be an RPG. Ha! I guess they only get 1 round. Though I'm kind of... So... interesting. I don't see an echo element, though, on either side, so neither side is going to be using medium anti-tank. But what was blue for's again? It was single stick, right? Yeah. So Op 4 get reloadable AT for their light anti-tank. Interesting. And then crew and aviation get a PP2000 or an AKS. Assets for them are going to be the 2 Scud launcher objectives, air support, and then 2 static Dishkas. Looking on Op 4's side, commanding element's going to be Kiri, who has a decent track record commanding. We'll see what he does. Taking a sip of water because my throat is getting parched. Those MiGs are just for show. I doubt the player base actually gets to use them, but it would be funny. Shy leading Alpha 1 with Lolo, Mutant, Nordic Prophet, Reapers, Insanity, Olaf, Seasmo, Slushy, Sam, Wise, Andriri, Asada, and Warkus under him. Yuru leading Bravo with Bravo 1 being led by Deska Keeper with Games, Kropa, Drago, Mercs, Liziak, and Dawodox under him. MFL leading Bravo 2 with WOJT3K, Albersi, or something, Solik, Pingus, and Grizanka. Okay. Or GG Zaranka, I don't know. GG Zaranka. NASA leading Charlie 1 with Vexen as the marksman, Dennis as the medic, Wombat as the 2 IC, Bluck leading Charlie 1 with Roy DeCamper, Zixme, Shay, Mr. Dave, and Settler, Ivno leading Ezio, Kermit, and Pogo _ under Charlie 2, King leading Delta 1 with Arma Jesus, and Bands as the 2 IC and medic respectively. No one taking marksman in there. Interesting. Delta 1 being led by Novos with Korvac and Artisan. Papega Pirates take the PKP slots, the machine gunners in Delta. So I'm going to be honest with you, 4 PKP gunners in the hands of Papega is a very scary thought, to be perfectly honest. Novex leading Korvac and Artisan, Bronson leading Flux, Roster, and Cake here. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, AO-wise, pretty easy to defend, pretty easy to attack. Only 2 directions you can really attack this from are the west and the northeast, because the direct south and southeast are blocked off by the map border. So you got to come into the forested areas, because if you try attacking this from the open, you're going to get your shit rocked by 4 PKP gunners from Pepega Pirates. So based off of how this AO is shaped, Blue 4 has no choice but to go on one flank or the other. So you're probably going to have to convoy in, either cutting through the forest on the northern side and dismounting over here, or taking the technically an MSR, because that's the biggest route in the area. This would be the MSR, these would be the SSRs. If we had a golden road instead of this tan road, then that would be the MSR, but, you know, quick lesson for you. I think they're just going to take this road in, and then with this road and then these SSRs, they can actually have an open area for their LAV to do stuff with, or the LAV can be on this side and snipe at people with that 50 cal, because it's technically a crow system at that point. And I define anything as a crow system with a 50 cal with a camera that doesn't expose the driver, the gunner to gunfire. That is my definition of a crow system. And because of weaponry scripting, last stop, the 1117 was a crow system with the 50 cal and a secondary 240. The LAV, because it's rescripted its autocannon to be a 50 cal, is also a crow system. And crow systems are some of the most powerful assets you can have in PvP. Because it's a perfectly stabilized 50 cal gun that is going to probably one-tap people. So you want to use it from range, and you want to use it with a decent chunk of cover, which this open area can provide. But look at what Op4 is doing. They are just going straight for counterattacking. So the one weakness of a plan like this is a rush, but you never see rushes done in FNF or OFCRA. They're very rarely done. So I think Kiri's doing this to counter Pierce. And right off the bat, right off the freaking bat, Blue 4 armored their Vix. So Kiri doing a great job of countering Pierce's strategy. That has nothing to do with it. I'm just joking here, but... Oh yeah, and that's another thing. The Crow has to have a zoomable camera, which they all do. So, again, my definition. All right. How many KIA was that? That was 1, 2, 3 dead. But I think Malin can go into admin and respawn them, because FNF has a system to do that, because they don't reset the mission files anymore, because we memed it too hard that one time. But, you know, if you choose to drive through forests, in my opinion, and this happens to you, you kind of deserve it. And the Crow system did not die. The vehicle is still over here. I find it interesting that they're bleeding green smoke, though, and that might be a permanent effect, so I guess to just help identify the vehicles, but that's a cool custom feature, so that you can't hide a vehicle and just snipe people. I kind of like it, actually, because, you know, you just have a vehicle camping somewhere. It's a very powerful asset. I can understand why that's balanced, but, you know, c'est la vie. But I find it interesting that Op4 has chosen to overextend itself out of this defensive line to just hold all these areas. But I think with their forces and their numbers, they could actually do it. And that's going to allow room for forces to then come around and counterattack or pull back and create secondary defensive lines so that the first line can easily pull back and just make it a costly fight for the attackers going in. So that could work. So depending on the system, yes, Crow systems do have the T key, which automatically ranges the shot for them, and I think that's true on all of the guns. Alright, so now it's just going to be a bit of a patience game. Because now we got to wait for Blue 4 to kind of bounce back after taking those casualties. It looks like they want to kind of stick to the forested area over here, though. So we'll just have to see how they go. Heinz constantly spewing flares. 418, c'est la vie is that's life in French or something, or that's just how it is, you know? And yeah, c'est la vie. It is how it is. Did Malin respawn them? Looks like he did, because all the skulls are now gone. So yes, yes he did. That's a joke, I gotcha. Mason, wait, yeah, that is pretty fun to do in Wasteland, because yes, for an actual Crow vehicle, the max you can generally range those weapons from RHS is 1,500 meters. However, if you want to be a true Chad, you don't use a Crow system. You take a drone, you aerially lift the statics in a static GMG or HMG into the air, you then get on it, and then you fly the drone up in the sky and you turn yourself into a sniper. Yeah, c'est la vie is its life. Gotcha. I don't remember my French too well. You know, maybe Curie put them out of this sector so they could avoid all the warning klaxon fighting, you know? And honestly, if you want a good example of something like that, I know Band Inc. made a really funny video about it. So if you look up Band Inc., King of the Hill drone towing turret or something. Yeah, on a lot of Wasteland servers they stopped it, but it's pretty funny to see. Or mount to 50 on a bunny. I mean, you can't really do that, though. All right, so Blue 4 had that little hiccup. Now, the one thing about their plan here is they might be splitting their force to attack the left and right sides of this area. The one issue they're going to find is this is all really open, but it's kind of shown as a green forested area. However, there are some roaming hills they could work with, but if they put the LAV right here, they might be able to assist in sniping people, but someone just fell off that barn and knocked themselves out. Brilliant. So yeah, like having the platoon split itself between attacking these areas is good, but now that Delta is just a dedicated weapons squad, you'd kind of want them to be engaging from range with those medium machine guns as a supporting element. You don't really want them on the front line, because if they're taken out, the enemies can then take those machine guns and turn them against you. So Delta going in that direction on their own is probably not the smartest idea. Because if they run into contact... Yeah. Pierce, what are you doing, buddy? When you're given machine gunners like that, you've got to put them in a support element, buddy. Oh, man. So I'm a little worried about everything here. We might have first contact right here. A little bit of, See, on the flip side, we've got Delta on their own back here in a defensive line, but they're only going to be fighting a group twice their size. You know, no big deal, right? But 4 to 8, but it's Pepega. This I'm a little more concerned about, but I mean, you know, Delta over here, you got this entire line that they'll have to fight on their own, whereas Blue 4 come around. So we could see something where this could go one of two ways. You could see these guys draw out everyone on the defensive line, and then this force breaks through and gets to the sectors and destroys them before Op 4 can turn around. Or Op 4 is going to get those guns and then turn around with them and just wreak havoc. So these guys are pulling back. Korvac's going to be covering on the left side. He did really well last round. I want to see if he can keep it going. There's the LAV now firing, and it is firing a 50 cal. Yep, so they call it an RPG. Now here's the thing, the RPGs have a max range of only like 500 or 750 meters before they detonate, so that LAV might just be out of the range of the AT guys here, but if these guys continue to be on the open, that LAV can continue to get pickoffs. And as you can see, there's a Dishka right here being peppered. So this just is not a good defensive position because they have that LAV, and I guess Curie did not account for that. Still got Korvac up there. Op4's reinforced their defensive line here. Tough call. Yep, so again, really accurate fire. Op4 is just being very quick to keep their heads down. We'll see if XN loses his right here. Said they're firing over here at this trench line, probably because they see Blux AT.
I've got an angle on now. I'm just gonna wait until he stops fucking shooting.
And you got a Dishka that command is on, trying to spray back, but that's gonna freak him out enough to make him actually pull back. But yeah, this group fighting 2 rifle squads is gonna be difficult. But same over here. I think Blue 4 might actually be able to get like right behind or in between Op4's line right here and push in right under their nose. And that's the issue with what Op4's done by overextending like this. They don't have everything covered. And this could allow Blue 4 to do a rush play. And I'm going to be honest, Pierce would do something like that. He would have his forces go right here and then smoke in advance rather than using the forest. But here's the thing. If Pepega closed the gap, they could do a lot of flanking with those PKPs. Again, a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda here, but there's a lot that could potentially happen. But I think Op4's done a really good job of just keeping low and making sure they don't get picked off by that LAV. You still got Korvac up here watching Charlie from Blue 4. And then you've got these guys, they've made a new defensive line.
Okay, I see. I don't know if this is... I don't think these are you guys. So, the farmhouse, they're northwest...
Ooh, flank snake is delicious.
Of the farmhouse. Yeah, they're on that ridge, I believe. Yeah, the one in the open. No. Okay, wait, no. Okay, north of the... Okay, so northeast of the farmhouse in the open. There's 2 farmhouses. They're northeast of the farmhouse in the open. So there's... Yeah, they're like right here. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're calling that out. Now you're having this group starting to get flanked here. This is a really bad spot for Op4 to be in right here. Because there's nothing Op4 has to support. The only thing they can realistically do is pull back with smokes. Because they're just simply outgunned here. You got Delta on the flank here, but now you got rifle squads coming around. Delta's going to get taken here, but they might be able to do enough damage to Op4 in time. But yeah, because these guys are overextended, but they don't have anything to assist, Op4 can't also turn and engage because they're pinned right here. Maybe that force can, but Blue 4, they're going for a charge. They're going to smoke charge that position, but now you got Bravo 2 being engaged by the machine gunners here. Korvac is in a position on his own. Could be shot in the back or do a lot of damage. They're fighting Scandy Recon though, but Pepega have the firepower. And look at this, Blue 4, they only have a few guys pushed up. Now they're going to push up a few more on the right as the other group pushes down to here. We could see Blue 4 defeat themselves in detail here, but this group could still come around and snipe the objectives. So just because the attack strategy right now for Blue 4 is faltering a little bit, doesn't mean they're out of the game, but I do see this group flanking this team. You got a little bit of fire coming up from those 3. These guys are probably going to then either come and sweep left to right or pull back and pull a defensive. It depends on what Kiri tells them to do. But Charlie does not want to push for some weird reason, where in reality they should be pushing here to help flank this target and engage. because this is only allowing for Scandy to push down right here as the rest of the force tries to push this open area for some weird reason, when they could just bypass it instead and play the objective. Novik's going aggressive on Purton here. Headshot. See, in all honesty, if Blue 4 were to just continue to go around and then just set up a team right here to shoot at whoever comes around like this, they could just push to the objective instead and have the LAV lock this area down, have a flanking team lock down Op4's ability to pull back, and they can completely cut off an entire squad from the actual objective. Here, instead, Blue 4 is trying to go for kills and just eliminating the force outright, and that's what's costing them. Now, you are seeing some pretty nasty CQC here. Swola has pushed up and gotten some kills. Swola just double tapped. Ivno going for the AT, not realizing Swola's right next to him. He gets blown away. Dave gets Hillary Clinton'd. And Swola goes a little far here. NASA calls him out, and then he gets him. But yeah, a lot of casualties being dealt right here. Dennis the Menace. And then even then, the 50 cal would have shredded him. Now look at this though, Heartseer on 5 kills because he pushed up on Bravo's position. But now you got Alpha coming around. A lot of Bravo is dead. That's amazing. And it wasn't even by the machine gunners too. It's Heartseer just pushing up and going ham here. Runs out of ammo, now he's got 2 people firing at him, a 3rd person even, and he gets taken down. Look at Op4's remaining numbers, though, and where they are compared to Blue 4's. Looks like Papega is going to do the smart thing here and pull back. They've taken 3 KIA. This group's completely cut off. It's going to be up to Alpha to finish sweeping these guys and then pulling back to also reinforce. But otherwise, Blue 4 can just move right into the sector and take it. So we're having some... Okay, never mind. Wheaton coming around. And he kills Kermit the Frog. Vexen has to go CQC with his SVD. Hardcore fighting with Wombat here. Vexen came around, got a knockout, or might have even been a kill, don't know. But yeah, look at Blue 4's remaining numbers too. Like, you only have a full group in Charlie right there because these Opera guys are picking off. Look at Wombat with that double kill. Killed one, killed the other guy that was knocked out. And again, it's all for this area, which didn't even need to be fought for. Blue 4 could have bypassed it and just gone to the sector, which Charlie 1's trying to do, but now Papega have done... and pulled back. Oh, Vex. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That went just about as well as I thought it would. But meanwhile, all right, Blue 4, MG3. He's out of ammo. They're going to handgun. Oh, and Slushy gets the handgun kill. Toxic, meanwhile, got knocked out, and that's Op4 cleaning up that area. So that's all of Blue 4's medium machine gunners taken out. They're down to rifle squads. You still got that 12.7 turret by Curie. Plinking up at these guys. Camred woke back up. You got the LAV now firing at Op4 over here. Red on red going on as well. A lot of red on red from 2 different angles happening, so they don't know what's going on. Fun fact, in FNF, you can open your map and see where all friendly forces are at the same time. Oh, Cake here, they changed up stamina too? Tell me about it. What's up? I mean, bear in mind, you guys are also a medium machine gunner team, so you're going to be heavy. You got Roster firing out at Charlie 1 here. Oh, you can't see everyone? Okay, so I can't complain about that. Dang. Alright, so now when people red on red, there's a reason for it. Camred's dead. You know, Shay, buddy-o pal, buddy-o mine, I believed in you. And you let me down. It's okay. I just caster cursed the wrong guy there, I guess. Oh, so only squad leaders and platoon leaders see it. Interesting. So, alright. 2 major questions here, which will lead into how this op's going to play out. Is OPFOR going to be able to pull its forces into the defensive sector in time before Pepega gets overwhelmed, if Pepega even gets overwhelmed? Or is Blue 4 going to rally and push everything out? I think the number advantage is even right now. I always love how player bases opt to do smoke charges rather than just going into cover on the side. Maybe it's a fake out? Who knows? Alright, so what OPFOR does now, if they just pull their forces back, which it looks like they're going to start trying to do, I think this is leaning towards OPFOR right now. You've got a great defensive line with machine gunners to stop the remnants of Bravo and Charlie coming around. Yes, Blue 4 still have their LAV, but it's not in a position to really do anything. Ooh, I'm hearing new sounds. Nice. Unless I see Pepega drop the ball here, which I don't think I'm going to see, but there's a first for everything. $4.18, you little shit. It's illegal to drink in game. Yes. I don't think DUI's on their mod set, though, so I'm not sure they're allowed to load it. I actually don't know. If no, I know you were playing Cake here if you're still here. Do they have a Shack Tack or DUI in the mod set? Oh my god, Bayant's running solo. He just knocked Kevin out. It's a Bayant play. We're going to see why Bayant is my top choice in FNF. Let's go. Do you guys, with Friday Night Fights, is there Shack Tack UI or DUI radar for the squad radar stuff? Whiplash died because he just disconnected. He was still alive. Oh no! Did Bayant... I actually just caster cursed him. Oh, I trusted...
Oh, you're good, you're good.
Bayant, I trusted you. I trusted you. Nataria saying thanks because he bet Blue 4. Is Pepega actually getting the ball dropped? They are. Oh my god. Blue 4's still in this. Oh my god. Guys. Guys. GG easy. Shut up. It's not over yet. 2 minutes till we're at the halfway point of the round. I'm going to be honest, this AO isn't that bad, but you just had to hold the 2 areas here. You had to hold this area, and then you had to hold this area, and then have like maybe one squatter team holding that, the openness, and then just avoid the enemy's crow system. but Curie just kind of pushed everyone out unevenly, and now it's caused this weird power dynamic. Both commanders... Did they actually just snipe the LA VVIC? Amazing. Both commanders put their Delta teams out on their own, too, which is weird because, again, those are medium machine gun support teams. They should not be running out on their own, so it's weird that they did that. So we have a small counterattack right here to hit these remaining forces. Blue 4's main force going to push in. Op 4's main force is pushing in. This could still go either way. I wasn't expecting Pepega to drop that hard, but hey, like I said, it happens. And that's why this is so interesting, because I don't know who's going to win. And neither do you. For which side, Yanni? Op 4 or Blue 4? Because Op 4, yes. It was Alpha firing at Bravo, but for Blue 4, I don't think there was any blue on blue. At least from what I saw. Explosive. Oh, so he found an MG3. I was about to say, how did the medic find that? My day is going good. This is round 2. Depso, I think, just knocked out one of the guys around here. But again, there's been so much fighting in this position, and it was literally pointless to fight over this position. That's what I love about this, is just where the actual PvP has been, to me, just doesn't make a lot of sense, but hey. Oh my god, Flux. Don't drop the ball, dude. I want to see Flux go ham. He's going to get walked up on. Oh my god. No fucking way. Oh my god! Oh, if only. Oh, I can dream. I can dream. Numbers are pretty even right now. Dawodox getting picked off by MG3 there, still up. Depso firing blindly on the right side. Grenade gets the double tap. Oh, man. I can dream, but can you SL dream? That's a tough one, 418. I don't think I can do that. There's only one person I know that can do that, and it's probably Barbarian. Oh, God, more AT fired. That was by Blue 4. Is that a stolen RPG? It hit the tree. Camred taking suppressive fire by Dawodox. Smoke out. That was a grenade that would have probably killed Camred. So he's smoking to push. Dawodox giving the order to push after he threw those smokes. Keenan Roster running around the buildings over here as these guys try to find the explosive objective. I want to quickly check over here. Roster holding CQC. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know which building that Op 4 is not supposed to get up on that was blocked off, so... So Blue 4 are pulling back. They're gonna probably try to pull around and then come around and assist those Blue 4 guys, and then you have Malin over here, who's... doing Malin things. Okay. The big factory one, this one? Or this one? Or this one? I would assume admin stuff. Is it this one? Are they not allowed on this one? The third? So they're not allowed on this one, but there's people on this one. Can you confirm that? I'm smoking the green stuff, yeah, right? Yeah, who knows anymore? Roster throwing some grenades. Ooh, wee! There goes Zally. Do it again.
One of them.
We got a runner. Roster just got his clock punched there. So the actual destroy objective is over here in this building. They have to destroy this terminal, which means they mag dump it, I believe. Oh, wow. King immediately picked him off. Settler now also firing. There's only 2 guys on the ground right there. I think Op4 is going to be able to hold, because even if King goes down and Settler goes down, there's still a decent defensive garrison around these 2 other objectives. We're just going to see a bit of an extended game. Zally gets knocked out again. Hey, Lexico, how you doing? Hey, by the way, in case you are still the guy that's the top donator for the Fallout stuff, what DLC would you want to see played for that campaign? Just out of curiosity. Grenade thrown a little far. Zally brought back up again. Settler might come out right here. Gets one. Gets some shots on Ripe here. He pulls back. Blue 4 is German. Op 4 is Russian. And I would say Op 4 are looking to be the victors here, but it could still turn around. And we have 2 guys going back. So I'm assuming Malin is doing admin stuff, so it's just down to these guys. Let's go. It's entirely up to you. If you want to be Lonesome Roads, we can do Lonesome Roads. That's going to be really tough to do at level 10, but I will make it work. All right, King, friendly wiggling Settler down there. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of disappointed with both commanders here. Kiri had a really weird defensive plan. I get where he was going for it, though, because this is the area to have more area to push in on. So he was trying to predict Pierce and what he would do. But he should have just played it more defensively and held the choke points properly. He shouldn't have gone out to fight. He should have just let Blue 4 come in and then made them close the CQC, and then he could have gotten his win right there. And then Pierce, I'm annoyed with because he sent his machine gun teams in one direction and then everyone else on the other as a bit of a sacrifice play, because that's the only thing I can think of why he would do that. If you want to play a sacrifice play, don't use your machine gun teams. Use a squad. That's like, use Scan Your Recon, say, hey, I want you to just be a suicide mission. I'd love to do that shit. But sacrificing the machine gunners, I think, was a bit of a mistake. And then having, like, assaulting that center position was a mistake. Kiri to even put guys up on that center position was a mistake. Oh my god, King got shot 2 different directions, and he slides down. So, like I said, a little disappointed with both commanders here, but what can you do? Oh! Hey, you heard Settler just mutter some profanities there. Ripe here getting a great angle with that 249. Actually, that's a mini-me, but they're both the same system, so. There's the computer, and now it's just down to the scuds. Not sure if there's any blue 4 actually there, but you got 2 more trying to fold in. Let me do a number count real quick. It is 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 versus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7v10 in Op4's favor, but still leaning on Op4, and I've been saying that. It's leaning towards Op4, but blue 4 are not out of the game just yet. Lolo, not sure if he just got a kill there, but he does have 1 marksman kill. So you got Lolo now getting engaged. "15-minute warning called." I don't see any explosive specialists left alive, though, on either side, but I know charges were being used, so maybe the symbol doesn't set anymore? Who knows? Flanking fire done. That is 1 more Op4 guy down. Lolo still up. Asada up here. As it's not just Pierce, Curie also did. Both commanders did really dumb plays for this one, in my opinion. And it's caused this. There's this CQC of literally less than 10 people on either side now. That's objective 2 destroyed, so it means these guys do have satchels or something to take them out. So if they just keep going, they'll find the other one over here. Shy getting hit twice. Mutant comes around, only to be knocked out. I don't know. Blue 4 could clutch this. We got 2 Op4 coming in, but got 2 Blue 4 on the north. You got Command coming around. Another game of weekend wrestlers. Jesus. Lolo trying to do more marksman stuff, but he is quickly suppressed. You could see Depso and his teammate, who I think might have just died, stall for a bit. I mean, Depso on 7 and a vehicle kill. That's not bad. No, anyone's allowed to platoon command, but if you platoon command once, you're usually not allowed to do it for the rest of the night unless no one else wants to take it. Warcast shooting down. You have some random explosives going up here because Flying and Scandi are clearing that building. Again, a little tone death to the objective here. Depso got knocked out. Smoke grenade, if that was a frag, that would have been amazing. That's going to probably double tap Depso. Yep. Lolo, finish him. Oh, no, that was Warcus that did it. I think Op4 is going to be able to hold just barely unless Scandi runs in, but this is going to be down to the last minute. Lolo firing up at Timec there. Saw someone get blown up by a grenade. Perhaps Finn is too drunk. He's with Iander. It's a 4v5, but Blue 4 is just completely out of position, and these two are completely out of position here, so I think this is over. It does look like Command and Conquer base, though. I don't know. I'm gonna say I appreciated this AO. The commander plans were on both sides. Compared to the previous round where the attackers had a really bad plan in my opinion and Green 4 had an alright plan. But the AO was rigged against the Green 4 defenders from the start in my opinion there. This one, it's gonna go slow because both sides had really silly plans and now we're down to this. Where it just turns into the PvP sorting it out. Who? What?